everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession should be a factor. The Bengals are top 10 in converting third down opportunities, and they'll be up against the Colts defense looking to knock that conversion rate down. Now let's get you up to Paul Brown Stadium. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cincinnati Bengals. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Set, blue 10. Blue 10. Watch the curl.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And his first pass is incomplete. And here are the starters. Charles, what are your thoughts on Jeremy Hill?
He provides a thump in this offense. A great runner who goes inside and establishes a tone for his team.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
Hey, you got three down. Hey, wide 20. 59, Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Green's got it over the middle, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
Hey, wide 20.
A first carry now. This is Hill. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Zebra. Watch twin. Wide 20.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. 4th down. Dalton wants to throw. And Eifert has it. It'll be a gain of 6. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Zebra.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Their dangerous wide receiver, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And that'll make it third down. Here's the offense, and if you're the defense, Charles, you really have to focus on that guy that's highlighted on the screen.
You're talking about pure speed. T.Y. Hilton can get down the middle of the field and really stretch a defense.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions, because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and that'll bring up second down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Geno Atkins is an absolute force as a defensive tackle, forces every offense that he plays against to alter their game plan.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll look to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep...
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second and 10. Dalton once more. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Second down now after the pass completion. Shift together here from the D-line.
Zebra. Set. Blue.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Another chance for Dalton. Flush to his right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big play there for Indy. 86 yards. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come up with an offset eye. A handoff as they run the counter play. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the... And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, Hill. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. On the toss, here's Hill. Fighting through. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Dalton with a give to Hill. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Dalton bootlegs out. They'll roll him out right. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
The coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Passing, it's Dalton, and he will find his man on the end route, complete. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Got a man, it's right. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
And the Colts getting ready to go. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Johnson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
You know what really fires up?
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. One receiver left is Hilton. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Two minutes to go here in the first half. So on 4th down, the Colts will turn it over to Pat McAfee to punt this one away. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. This is fielded at the 7. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And Green with a catch left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really shouldn't be...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So Dalton departs due to injury. And it's A.J. McCarron that's summoned from the bench to replace him. Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarron. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fresh set of downs here. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, here we go.
They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a direct snap back to Hill. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead up. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the INT, it's McCarron. Wide open receiver complete. They'll get 23 yards there. And it's good enough for a Cincinnati first down.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Red zone opportunity.
Here we go now.
Throwing on first. Here's McCarron. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
McCarron to throw on second down. He's got time in the pocket. Now he'll escape to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Brandon LaFell, his intended target. And now it's third down. And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
And again, it's McCarron. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And some space here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, McCarron looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 92 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
The Bengals getting set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go now.
And McCarron will try again on second. And that'll be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
They give him 12 yards and a first down. And they're going to speed things up here.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone, but these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't, and often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On second down, here's McCarron. And Green with a catch left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
All right, here we go.
McCarron going to try and throw on third down. And a right side completion here by LaFell. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding. The game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first.
Hey, 4th and inches. Why let your quarterback try and sneak for it? Give it to the guy who's born to fight for those tough yards. It's a fullback dive, and he just makes sure he secures the football and then plows forward to pick up the first down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Zach Kerr, the big defensive tackle, the one to get him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Final minute now of the third quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They send Green to the left on his own. To throw, it's McCarron. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now they face a third down after the fumble on second down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw is McCarron. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now McCarron, he's got to have this one. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they try the right side here. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Adam Jones, the longtime NFL corner, able to get him down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They go play action here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
To the left side here for Eifert. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And I think Eifert may be in some pain. Staying down following that play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Here we go. Blue 90!
Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Now McCarron. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Here we go now.
McCarron on 3rd and goal. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Likely the play of the game here. Trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. So pass interference, partnered with all the rule changes. It is hard to be a defender in the pass game.
Brandon, is tough in college. It's a lot harder in the NFL. You can't touch him after 5 yards downfield. You can't touch him while the ball's not in the air. You can't touch him at all until the ball is at the receiver's hands. Very difficult to be a defender in today's NFL.
They come out here in the eye. McCarron, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A.J. McCarron, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. McCarron going to try to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now back to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there. And you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this is good. Robbie Gould knocks it through in a pressure spot. And the Hoosiers stay.
Chains. Ow. Caught up in my, put your head on backwards, then skate off after, engaging laughter about what just happened. Napkins get sent to mammies, is that too graphic? Catch you in traffic, you sitting daffy like stealing candy. My ceiling's absent, my wheels are massive, my friends assassins. All of us, our mothers queens and our women dancers. My rivers rapping, my finish splashing, my gills are flapping. I bit some matches, then sip something and kiss the dragon. I'm really rapping, no fingers snapping, them packing. Y'all slipping, my swag is dripping, so here's a napkin. What's really happening? Verbal attacking, I'm showing passion. Know what I mean? See, I'm the king like I'm from Akron. I'm going overboard, somebody call the captain. And when it come to getting checks, I always want the fat ones. I'm so I can sing to a chandelier. My flow a glass of spade and yours a can of Too many buttons, not enough. Bugging, the spot is coming. Shoulder, no shoulder shrugging at your nugget. Sticky like acupuncture and Magnus honey. Knock on the side door 3 times and have your money. Or get to stepping like Kappa stomping. I slap. I'm having lunch with Italian Sonny. Don't ask the subject. Lord, why you took rabbit from me? He say don't ask me nothing. Too many bodies, too many bundles. Not enough. These bugging, I heard they stun you. It's gonna be trouble. We come through and catch you while you cuddle. Barrels like tunnels. Don't even mumble. I'm back to ballin'. I'm in the back full of only. Pull on the scene and the queen playing Pastor Troy. Breaded turkey, spaghetti, and castor oil. That's turn your guillotine to a fashion show. In 4 minutes, I turn this into forensics in a foreign car with a foreign. It's long-winded, paper long, and you taking long. You just don't get it. On the phone up on Say Tony, want a song with me. Hotter than Mississippi, the summer of the 1950s. In a van full of some white. Get pulled over for swerving like hi, officer. When he asked me why I was swerving, I'm swerving, officer.
I can make it bounce by myself. 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 I can make it bounce by myself.
Got a mansion, a condo, a cabin. I sleep in my phantom. Dancing with the stars to the Star-Spangled Banner. I change your channel, I change your pattern. I ring your Saturn. I your madam, she get and I shake the ladder. I make her then gather and calculate the data. I listen up for the snakes or the baby rattle. I play the shadows, don't play no games. I straight get at them. I'm on a all day like it's my favorite album. I play the salmon, the Cayman Islands. Dancer. If I don't get the car first, I have a temper tantrum. I innovative, I demonstrated this, played it. I don't care if you owe me it. You need to pay me. I kiss your lady, then kiss the baby. Get situated, get keys off table and leave her. I really made it, get it made. Won't wrestle, cause I spatula all you action figures. Tiny like a spider on a spud web. I got some on my thumbnail. I feed it to my girls. They say, yeah. I'm doing this for the L. When I go, I'ma leave for the bell. I told you did like a chef. I want a Ferrari in yellow, just so I can match all my yellow. I've been a player since elementary. I got more bars than a penitentiary. I got to hang several inches.
I can make it bounce by myself. 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 I can make it bounce by myself.
clock is broken, never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open, unwinding every moment, like the clock is broken, never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break them when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever.
Hey, you never had your head this way. Are you still living in that place? They told me you've been doing okay, okay. In another world where you and me, we show our hearts, yeah, entirely. Deliver me from reality and take me to my fantasy. Tell me we can make this real if we can follow what we feel. I'm running, but I've reached the edge, and now I'm falling. So promise that you'll catch me. Promise that you'll catch me. Dreams forever in my head, it seems. I finally know what they mean. I promise that one day you'll see. In another world where you and me, we show our hearts, yeah, entirely. Deliver me from reality and take me to my fantasy. Tell me we can make this real if we can follow what we feel. I'm running, but I've reached the edge, and now I'm falling. So promise that you'll catch me. Promise that you'll catch me. Promise that you'll catch me.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, 'cause there's no place like California. California, AATLMIA, all reminds me of California, 'cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, 'cause there's no place like California. California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met a from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga, and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me up Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt. darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that say to go with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare.
Now I've been to New York,
come on,
Texas,
yeah,
Midwest, and it all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-D-M-V. All reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Tight, exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel Air, Petty to the Detroit. Don't tell him he saw how heavily he balls. Every project, every seashore. And I ain't content trying to see more nomadic. I probably wanna belong. All it takes is a melody to remind me of home.
Now I've been to New York,
come on,
Texas,
yeah,
Midwest, and it all reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-D-M-V. All reminds me of California. Cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.